Intermittent fasting is something like eating just 1 or 2 meals a day. I think for most people, it's a process of just structuring your meal. So instead of intuitively eating when you're hungry or eating every 2 or 3 hours because you're afraid of catabolism, you just say, look, I'm going to eat every 12 hours, or I'm going to span it in a way that is within an 8-hour window. Part of the good process is you have a chance to use not only all of the food in your GI system, meaning stomach and small intestine, everything where you have digestive and absorption capacity, and then even some of the digestive products in your bloodstream. So, lipid levels, amino acid levels, of course, glucose elevates in your bloodstream after you eat. And to get to a place where your GI system is virtually empty in that absorption time frame, and your blood lipid profile, everything else has completely stabilized to the point you're having to recruit new energy substrates, that's when in this theory, that you're ready to eat again. There's nothing left except pulling in other things from your stored sources of your body. People who do something like this tend to be a little bit leaner. The benefits are clear. We also know in just a calorie restrictive environment, you're decreasing oxidation, so less free radical damage in your body, which is why most studies that have looked at calorie restriction, you show an increase of longevity. In between those meals is where we start using extra body fat. That's where we tap into those long-term stores of energy. And so that's another really good principle of intermittent fasting that I think has just come into our culture. Even though I'm not a fan necessarily of doing that as an entire model or method, it has some things to teach us. On a time-restricted scale, instead of saying, well, I'm going to get all of my food in 8 hours, just chop off one meal. I would say try it at night, because that's where it's going to be most beneficial. A lot of people who have started delaying eating in the morning, I'm a fan of saying, I may not eat right away. I may wait an hour, wait 2 hours, but to say I'm going to wait until noon, I think you start to limit the advantages that a breakfast gives you in terms of having protein. Plenty of studies show how that stimulates your metabolism, how it decreases hunger. So I would definitely not eat too late in the day, but you can definitely squeeze those edges inward a little bit and do your own version of time restricted eating.